Hello, guys. Hope you are doing well. This is TJ, and you're listening to Beyond the Ring podcast. This is my review of Monday Night Raw, 24th May 2021. This was a good, entertaining, fun show. We had seen some pathetic shows since many weeks. This was not like that. So it was a surprisingly a pretty good show, I would say. A fun show, very good matches, good to fun matches, I would say. But there were some negatives as well. I will get into that. So the show actually opened with MVP standing in the ring, and he welcomes the chief hurt officer, which is none other than Bobby Lashley. And while he was MVP was saying the chief hurt officer, I actually remembered Shelton and Cedric. Actually, I was feeling that why WWE? Anyways, Bobby Lashley music hits, and he's with the ladies like last week as well. Then we saw the video package of last week's opening and closing of the show actually what all happened. And then come MVP actually then brags about of his same thing stuff that we had seen last week. Then Drew McIntyre comes out. So this was kind of a copy opening segment like last week. Not much of a difference because Kofi Kingston also Drew McIntyre comes out and he says he wants the title back. He says their business is his business. And while McIntyre was in the ring, Kofi Kingston comes out and he actually reminds us that he actually beat Lashley last week, and McIntyre is getting repeatedly rematch after rematch after rematch, and that's correct. And I want to see new guy, man, something like Keith Lee or something. I mean, I'm not saying that Drew McIntyre is bad or something, but the moment is gone. He should have won that championship at WrestleMania or hell even in WrestleMania Backlash, but they didn't do that. So dragging it to again into the Hell in a Cell for a singles match, maybe make it some interesting like another challenger or a triple threat or fatal four way something. We haven't seen fatal four way main events like a many years. Like a year or so, I would say. Yeah, we have because in the Universal Championship picture, Roman Reigns is doing the rounds and he's doing all the stuff that he can, and we actually see the triple threat match in WrestleMania. That's it. But in case of WWE Championship, we haven't seen like a fatal four way or a triple threat kind of a main event or something in a pay-per-view. So that's what I'm interested. So anyway, then Adam Pearce comes out and makes the match between Drew and Kofi, and the winner will challenge Lashley for the WWE title. So I was considering that this just gonna be Drew McIntyre would be winning, and the first match we got was that as well. Kofi Kingston versus Drew McIntyre. Winner faces Bobby Lashley for WWE Championship. This match was a very good match. I was surprised to see because last week main event I was not into it, but a lot of the people said that Kofi Kingston's selling and his storytelling and all his movement and his character playing and all of the stuff, psychology and all was very good. But didn't catch up that much. But this match was a very good match. Kofi had that athleticism and fighting spirit displayed, but whereas Drew had that strength and power advantage. So early on, this was not a kind of this was kind of a back and forth match, but Kofi Kingston was really putting pressure on Drew McIntyre with his speed and athleticism background. And after they decided to, so this was a very good match that was going on. I was like surprised to see a very good opening match that they are bringing up. Since many weeks we haven't seen that like that, but WWE, let's just slip it apart because that was the DQ after they decided to DQ their match while Lashley was sitting on the stage ramp for some or the other reason. He comes closely to watch the match. I don't know why he decided to sit near the commentary table. So Kofi Kingston actually had that top rope splash to Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre was just in the front of where Lashley was sitting, and that was kind of the WWE stuff and a typical WWE DQ finish. I didn't like the finish. They should have given the decisive winner, but commentators was telling who would be the decisive challenger, who would be. So later we'll get into that. I was also kind of surprised who's going to challenge. I was thinking that maybe it's going to be a triple threat match just to make it like Kofi Kingston a fan favorite, like well, it's just to have the fans in the mind that they are getting into that Kofi mania mood again. Maybe we don't know, because post DQ we saw Lashley attacking Drew and MVP attacking Kofi. I felt in a brief moment that is gonna be a tag team match or something like they did in Code WWE Championship KO Sami Zayn, that thing, if you remember. And then Kofi hit the Trouble in Paradise to Lashley and a Claymore kick to Lashley by McIntyre, and that's the one where I felt that this is gonna be uh, a triple threat match or something. I think so. I think they are going with that. I thought about that, but next we saw they completely changed into next topic, which was last week's Raw Women's Championship picture, where Asuka won by distraction of Ripley to gain the championship match against Rhea Ripley. And Ripley had a kind of interference in that match that got Asuka the victory. I'm actually very just like of WWE Championship, even though WWE Championship is not that it's not like I feel, but Raw Women's Championship is just through repeating, man. Asuka, Charlotte Flair, they are doing this thing over and again, because we again see that graphics on the show that Asuka versus Charlotte Flair is gonna happen tonight. I was like, this is a million times there that's happening. They are having a good match and all, but you gotta give some new things, man. You gotta give some new things. You are doing it in pay-per-views. You are doing it in shows, normal TV shows as well. I don't understand what they are doing. Ripley had a best of luck to Charlotte while she had that match. She was going to the ring. I thought about that, but Charlotte says she will beat Asuka, and her face is gonna be in the Hell in a Cell. But I would give a credit to Charlotte. Actually, she's really doing good in that character. She's one of the best heel character that she's very different from the heel character that we have seen before. So, but surprisingly, Nikki Cross is there, and Nikki Cross comes and she says she wants to face Charlotte, but Charlotte says that I would have been beaten you in 2 minutes, but I will have to face Asuka. That's why. So Ripley says, Charlotte says, why don't you face Ripley? Because Ripley says, then why you? This is why you talk people down. That's why that's the reason why people don't like you. So Charlotte says, how about you beat Nikki in 2 minutes? So they really get into that 2 minutes thing, and we got Ripley accepts the challenge, and nice long overdue push. I was considering, like, I like that stuff, but the things that we were getting, I that didn't think so. They were kind of pushing her. So second match, which was the same match, which was Rhea Ripley versus Nikki Cross, and this was seriously a 2 minute beat the clock challenge match. So nice stipulation there. We haven't seen beat the clock challenge match, so it's kind of something different that was doing. So I was kind of very hopeful into the show that this show is going to be something good, because opening match is good, and now next is something different. So I thought about that it would be good, very good would be, and that was I would say this show was a very pretty fun show, pretty good show, I would say, since many weeks. But there are some errors as well. They are still doing it, and all over again and again. And we have that beat the clock challenge match. We have then evolution promo before the match, which I'm not excited. I won't decide it anyway. Let's see how it goes. And then into coming to the match, Nikki Cross is in the ring. They have the 2 minutes match. Nikki Cross doesn't take her long, like an entrance of Randy Orton or Undertaker or something. They didn't give her entrance or something. She's returning after so long time. I would have given her the that entrance, because she's so fired up, and her entrance is good. So I don't know why she's standing in the ring just like a jobber, and she's kind of from the way down to like a job or something. They're kind of trying to planning to tell a kind of story where she's from the bottom, and she's going to like climb up and climb up. And so I think so she's not gonna get the push that very speedily, I would say. So Nikki Cross didn't have any entrance, and she's in the ring. She don't take a lot of time as well. She's promoted kind of a jobber, I think so. I'm glad she's hanging up with Raw Women's Championship. That's a pretty good thing. And Nikki got some offenses like some forearm and a body splash from the top rope. Ripley forgoes the time limit that she had, and as a result, Nikki Cross had that 2 minute thing, and Nikki Cross, Ripley was not able to defeat Nikki Cross. Flair comes out and makes fun of her. So match itself was kind of dead, average. Nothing was there because it was a kind of 2 minute. What you can do in 2 minutes? But Nikki Cross happiness and his that fury and that thing she had in the that sanity that she bring into this bring about in this ring this time. So that was good to see Nikki Cross coming back to the ring. So she got the victory. I don't think so. She's coming into the title picture. Uh, let's see. I really want to see her because we want to see some new faces, man. Raw women's title picture is just old kind of stuff, same and same thing. It's very bad, for very bad thing that's WWE doing. So next we got Damien Priest, just hypes up the WWE going on. So in the whole show, several other superstars were hyping up as well. They WWE were also hyping up as well with their vignettes and graphics of WWE returning to the live tour. That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal. So next we got Drew and Kofi is pissed off what happened to their match without any decisive winner, and Adam Pearce says he's making no change, and next week it's again gonna be the same number one contender match. I was like, oh man, I am not saying WWE put good matches. I'm saying that WWE put good matches in the weekly shows, but they are doing it this over and over and again just to pass through a week. They are just having that. They could have done anything different, like a triple threat or something. That would have been interesting. But they are just passing off the week. They do. That's the thing they are showing us because they don't have any plan to do. That's why they are just like furthering out the weeks just to get into that pay per view because they don't have challenges, they don't have any story, they just uh, like shooting in the dark like something. So what about this is one of some of the problems that WWE Raw is facing. Just to further week away, they are playing cheap tactic promotions and doing rematches. Well, next match then is a million time rematch as well, which was Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. Going into this, I watched this 2 weeks in a row, and we have seen tons of times as well in before as well in this year and in 2020 as well. So story of this match, I'm not taking away like these two women are the one of the best women in this women's roster actually. So they told a good story actually. Asuka was targeting the knee. Sorry, Charlotte Flair was targeting the knee of Asuka with chop block onto the steel steps, onto the ropes, elevated Boston Crab as well. Charlotte Flair is very good in the ring, as we all know. Asuka as well, and they know so each other well that so well they don't have any bad matches. They didn't have a bad match at first time as well when they were had their WrestleMania match, but they are so good at chemistry. They know each other moves as well. They are so smooth to watch because that's the thing WWE is doing, because WWE knows that you cannot go wrong with Charlotte Flair or Asuka because they can put on a good show. They can put on a good match. But this is 2020, man. You cannot expect like 80s or something. You are doing same rematches after rematches. So that's the thing I am pissed about. So there in this show, the matches were good. The matches were good. That's the thing. The show that made the show better. But the rematches, that's going on and on and on. So finish of the match, we saw Asuka locked in and reversed into the pin, which we have seen many times. This kind of stuff, this kind of finish. The match was good, but it was long, and the rematch needs to end, man. Needs to end. I don't want to see. So next we got was Lashley is enjoying with ladies, and MVP is standing by. A person comes out and says, "PS would like to see you." So, and that's it. And then we got to Mandy and excited to see WWE coming back to fans and all. Just that. Next we got Lashley and Adam Pearce, where Pearce says, "Is this how you want to be Almighty Champion?" Lashley says, "I'm the only one who can be the WWE Champion." Adam Pearce announced in next week's rematch between Kofi and Drew, two of you will now interfere at being at ringside as well. If you do, you would be suspended for 90 days without pay. So this was kind of a good. this made something interesting. This made something change. So I would say good WWE. You didn't book like same rematch like last week. So it did make some interesting. When PS actually said this, I actually felt like the NWA angle, NWA power angle, where Trevor Murdoch is suspended. Not, I'm not saying that WWE is copied the NWA power, but that's the same thing is going on. But it's something, some different situation, because they're actually they lost the tag team and all. Yes, it's a different situation. So it's because of interference, but it's not like any promotions a trademark or something. But I am just saying, I felt like I'm saying my thoughts and all, so just felt like that. So next we interesting, I would say, what would happen. Maybe we don't have any interference. Maybe we don't know if anyone interferes. Maybe some Bobby Lashley's ladies, or maybe the Hurt Business. I don't think so. The Hurt Business, they broke up. And next we saw, they show the entire joining and breaking up of Shelton and Cedric. Oh man! And when I see this, I am so emotional, because WWE is literally showing what they did wrong. They're literally showing up. I didn't watch. I haven't seen like this. They WWE showing the thing that they did, because such was the feeling. When they could have continued with Sheldon and Cedric. I don't know. I was so emotional with this, because they are not. They are doing nothing. They're just facing off each other, and they are doing nothing. They could have just stand there, even though they are not Raw Tag Team Championship. They could have been a great addition for Hurt Business. And even though Lashley is not heel, Lashley's not face. Sorry, Lashley is still a heel. I mean, heels should look strong, and they should have continued with a. I mean, I don't have any answers what WWE is doing. I'm so pissed off by seeing this, sad for what happened to them. So fourth match, which was their match, which was Cedric Alexander versus Shelton Benjamin, because we saw last week Shelton Benjamin actually attacked Cedric Alexander again. And finally, Cedric's title drawn and his gear changed, color changed, and nice for to see that breakup already gone, and that thing and all, titan and all, and the gears and all color changed as well. They need to come. I mean, even though we will not forget their involvement in Hurt Business, but they need to completely try to forget us about what they did, even though we do not. So before the match, that needs to do. Even though they didn't, I'm still actually pissed off because they didn't get that payoff, because Lashley betrayed them. And they are two of them. They can have that thing. Maybe MVP coming back to the ring as well. But Lashley has had another plans. They wanted to do him that WWE Championship, and MVP don't do in singles action, and because maybe he's not that kind of a in ring stiff. He's just a mouthpiece that they're planning. That's why. But the thing that they do, they should have been done a payoff or something. So before the match, Cedric brags about we were the tag team champions. They kicked us, and because you were the weaklings, the same old stuff. He says, I mean, you're waiting for the before the match. You are laying out the promo, such a long promo. It's not good for the show, because the fans are waiting for the wrestling. To see. But this was a very long same promo. I have a lot of year left to correct my mistake, while you how many years you got an opportunity, or how many years you've been here, just the same old stuff, long promo. It's not good to wait the long before the match. So I would say this was not kind of a match like before. We have two matches, I think so, that Cedric and Shelton had. But this was not near of them, because a pretty okay match for me, I would say. The finish saw actually Cedric thumb to the eye, heel tactics, and Cedric hits the finisher, that spring that in the injection finisher. I mean, basic stuff. Then we go to the segment, RK Bro formation, that and all that they show, and Kofi's RKO to Kofi, and Xavier Woods as well. That led to the another match we had been announced last week, which was Riddle versus Xavier Woods. Going into this match, I was thinking about that. I didn't think about that this match would be so great, man. Because this was the show. This was the day when I saw actually Xavier Ward so worthy, because he's so good. So even though there's no kind of a very a very great story between them going on. But this was fun to watch, man. In the beginning it was fun to watch. This became one of the main event, I would say. You can say one of the best matches of this show. So Riddle brings his MMA style into this match, very largely, because this was with a small guy, so he hanged it out with them as well. So Xavier Woods, I was surprised to see that he was so good transitioning the MMA style thing, and and that catch and that mat based wrestling and submission type grappling based strikes and all the thing that we technical wrestling that we know. He's so fun to watch. They had the chemistry as well, and that was very good. And they I actually remember a great moment in this match where Xavier Woods pulls Riddle's hand into a suplex. That was a great power strength by Xavier Woods, man. He's such a short guy. He has muscles and he has strength, but that was very good to see executed by Xavier Woods. So Xavier Woods was adapting very well with Matt Riddle actually. This was a wrestling clinic by both men. I thought about it. Shoulder driver onto the apron and all. That was very good. And that played out very well into the match because forwarding to the match, they had that story played out. German suplex from the second rope. That was very good by Riddle. And there was drama, excitement, and all in this match. Very good match. Xavier with an RKO and get the pin. Xavier actually tried the bro deck, but he didn't got it. But he also tried the splash as well, the top rope bro splash. I think so. That's the name. But he didn't got it. He just plays out the book from Randy Orton, and he gets a pin. A very good, fun ending. Exciting TV match. A very, I would not rank it as a TV match or something. This could have been a pay-per-view match as well. This was not bad. This was very good match, and I'm glad to see Xavier Woods getting that singles as well, because Kofi Kingston is doing that WWE Championship, and he's doing so. I'm glad about that. Next, we saw last week Styles, Omos, Elias, and Riker story, which they had, which last week they had. AJ Styles was caused by match was caused by Jackson Riker. So this match was also confirmed last week, and this was AJ Styles, Jackson Riker next. So we saw then the official breaking news that Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley is confirmed for Raw Women's Championship, because we know Charlotte Flair won the match in this show that we had discussed against Asuka. So same old thing that they are doing, like in 20, because before it was triple threat, and I don't want to see Rhea Ripley face Charlotte or Rhea Ripley face Asuka, even though that would be kind of a new, because it's a singles match. Rhea Ripley face Asuka we have seen in WrestleMania last year. They would have a great match, and they are playing out safe. You should know that they are WWE is playing out safe. They know that what wrestler or what storyline is going good, and who can be trusted or something like that. They are not really not just testing anything. I mean, they are just waiting out for fans, and that's the only thing I can think about, because they're just dragging about, because they're gonna I think so they're gonna making some changes and all. Think so SmackDown is making changes very good. Not like they are not like Monday Night Raw. So AJ Styles versus Jackson Riker then. So it's a one-on-one match, as we are seeing, because both Omos and Jackson and Elias were not there with him. So I thought that this would be a great match, because his Styles is a very good in wrestling, very good performer. So, but it was not, because they had a okay match, I would say, average match. Not a very good match, a kind of a squash match, I would say. But AJ Styles was initially controlling Jackson Riker. Elias hit Styles with a knee to the jaw. That was a moment. He was in the ringside. Elias actually came from the back, from the ringside, and he hit a knee to the jaw, and he just goes and hides near the rings, the timekeeper area. So while Elias was hiding in the timekeeper area, almost actually runs away and almost finds him. That camera angle that was so funny. I literally laughed at that moment, and camera angle was great. Then he just pushes him away, and he was just almost was just running, just like Braun Strowman. He just thrashes him into that LED board, and that was one of the fun and entertaining thing that we had seen, and that I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that moment. WWE does it right, man. Entertaining stuff and all. If sometimes actually. So this was a great thing by Omos, and I enjoyed it. Even though the match was not good, the post match thing was interesting, and I think so. AJ Styles and Omos are trying kind of turning into babyface because of attacking and all. Interference and all by Alex and Jackson Riker, and Alex and Jackson Riker are very good. They are doing very. They should be pushed actually. They should be. I mean, you should see their worth because they are very good. Even Elias is very good as well in singles. You can put it in anywhere, just like kind of a Miz or something, because he's very good in that ring. His wrestling is fun to watch. I would say it. I would admit that. So maybe AJ Styles and Omos are turning kind of a fan favorite kind of stuff, just like how they were doing with back in the day with Shawn Michaels and Kevin Nash. And I think so. Next we got, this was unnecessary, but they did it. But I would talk about it this as well. This was Sheamus Humberto saga that we saw, that we had saw what all happened. They show that the segments, all the segments that we see in the show were surprisingly not unnecessary. They were telling the story that each and every match should have a kind of a very different stuff we are seeing, because in the every match before we were seeing segments. That's importance for the match. That's remembering the story and all. So that was good job by WWE done this week. Then Jeff Hardy with his excitement and all, because WWE is coming on road, and that was there. So then Sheamus thoughts. I would say that Sheamus could be a great US champion. His matches are very good, but I would say, but his storyline and challenges are not on his level. I mean, you can face underutilized superstars just to make them worthwhile or something. For 1 or 2 weeks, it's good, but you need to think about seriously. US Championship is one of the main championship, just like WWE Championship. If you see Bobby Lashley, he had the US Championship. That was better than Sheamus, I would say, because Bobby Lashley cuts promos, and he had matches and all. That was pretty dominant, very dominant as well. He was very dominant in his run as well, and then he transitioned to WWE Championship in February. So they should really be focusing onto the story, because just facing small those one, like they are just showing that those who are not worthwhile. US Championship, they should be have some respect on that championship, because if you don't put him the main event or something, but you can at least bring about some challenges. We have some challenges as well. Yeah, so they need to bring about that. So about thinking about new challenges, I am not kind of remembering anyone. Jeff Hardy can be the one. Jeff Hardy, why they are not using, I don't know, Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus again. You can do that. They have done the storyline in SmackDown, but you have done lots of storylines, like tons and tons. You can do it again as well. So I'm into that as well. So the finish of the match in this match, this was a kind of a okay match, I would say. Sheamus takes a roll of victory. Even then, Sheamus attacks Carrillo. After that, as well, body slam and Texas Cloverleaf. But that was a moment, because uh, he's just kind of dominating every other challenges he's getting. So someone needs to step up. He could be a great US champion. They need to book him well. They need to have some worthwhile challenges. I don't care if they are doing with Humberto Carrillo. They need to be focusing on that storyline well. I'm saying that have some promos and all. Just not just throw away the match just for the sake of it, just for the three to fill up the 3 hours. That was the feeling there. So this was one of the negative point, I would say. Sheamus takes a roll-up victory, and then Sheamus attacks Carrillo, body slam, and Texas Cloverleaf. But Ricochet with a drop kick from the skies, from the top rope. Humberto and Ricochet with multiple version of splashes. So as I was seeing this, I was thinking about like there's going to be a triple threat match they are going with for the US Championship. I'm okay with that. I don't have any problem with that. But they need to have some character change in anyone. Either Ricochet is doing good, but Humberto Carrillo is his wrestling is good, but he looks like a very green wrestler. His character is not. He's just like any other wrestler that you see, just out of training and all. So that sort of performance center and all. So that's what I thought. So they need to focus upon his character. They need to have some promo, even though if they have that in his language and all, in Mexican language, I don't care because if you see Apollo Crews and all, they are doing the Nigerian thing. You can do the stuff with Humberto Carrillo as well. Just a thought I think about while talking this. So that's my thought. To uh, so then seventh match, this was the main event, and this was Natalia and Tamina versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Another rematch we have seen thousand times or so. No, it's not a thousand times because Natalia and Tamina have not faced that much. Yeah. They faced it. I'm sorry. They faced many times. They faced many times. Another rematch. They leave Reginald behind because his eyes is damaged because of that burnout. And another thousand time rematch. But like they are now admitting it as a WrestleMania. Sorry, a rematch. They were just written in the banner that Women's Tag Team Championship rematch. So this is on the back of the SmackDown victory they got. So they have that rematch. That's the story that they are going. And then we saw again Eva Marie vignette of her training. Maybe while seeing her training, totally changed my mind. Maybe she would be good. Let's see, man. Let's not decide anything like. Fans are not excited. Even I am not excited now. Like if Umar is coming here, she would be very good. I will not say I'm very overwhelmed or something. I am not underwhelmed as well. Let's see. Let's wait because there are many steps that we see would be very wrong. Would be very wrong. We need to be some optimistic as well when we see the wrestling shows. So I am kind of expecting optimistic. But let's see. I would say. So match starts with the main event. Natalia and Tamina versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. The match starts off with Natalia and Shayna Baszler. Uh, Reginald comes in the match, made us a distraction for Shayna, and this match was no near good as the SmackDown that they had. They had the first victory, and that they had all emotions going on. This was no near at that point, but this was a okay match, average main event I would say. As a main event, this cannot be good looked as a main event. This was a rematch as well, just not a rematch or second time or so. They have been doing this rematches many times. So Shayna is pissed off after losing because of original distraction. Again, explosion on the ram. Reggie flies backwards. That creates distraction, and Natalia win with a roll up and retains the attack titles. So Shayna is pissed off, and Shayna then chokes Reggie and says, "Why you're coming? You versus me for next week." She challenges her. Not him. She challenges him. So I smell Nia Jax turning heel on Shayna because while Shayna was choking Reginald out, Nia Jax was not there. Nia Jax was there in the frame, but she was far away. And she was not coming to control Shayna also. So I think next week you and me as Shayna is saying Shayna versus Reginald is going to happen. I think so. Maybe Nia Jax would be turning heel, full blown heel, or maybe she would be distracting Shayna Baszler, maybe reluctantly or purposely. I would like to see purposely because I want to have this tag team be over. I'm not saying that this tag team was not good. After being breaking up this tag team, fans will say that they just ruined some of the best tag team that they had, and now they are telling that they are just fed up seeing Shayna Baszler is not getting pushed and all. She could be a very single. So there may be opinions every time, but because they have done the job. I mean, tag teams are not like they are built to be for many years, like New Day or something, or many tag teams as we see. they are meant to tell the story, and they are the characters, and they Naya is all can be a great heel, and turning her Shayna Baszler would be a great thing. And Shayna Baszler coming to that Raw Women's Championship picture before SummerSlam, building into the SummerSlam would be a great as well. So that's what I wanted to see. So that's what I'm smelling right now. Maybe they would do. Maybe they would do. I mean, I would not be surprised if they do that. So leading to a split up would be good. So thoughts about this show? This was a very good show. This was a good, fun show, entertaining show. Pretty good show. I would not say very good show or excellent show. The matches were good. But there were some squash matches, just like AJ Styles and Jackson Ryder and Sheamus, that US Championship picture. They are not clearing it out, and the rematches machine continues, and they are not getting over with that. I want to get it over. But I would say that this was not a pathetic show. This was not awful. This was a very entertaining show. But I would say it's difficult for me to watch 3 hours show. But because and also a point that after watching this type of show, many types of week shows of Raw each and every week, week after week, we need to shift from that pattern, because if we see good as well, if you think that is that was that good, that doubt comes in our mind. That's the feeling I got in this Raw show as well. Not maybe not like a very strongly, I would say, but slightly, I would say that feeling was there. So the fact of rematches continue next week as well, as we are seeing Drew McIntyre versus Kofi Kingston. Glad they had made it interesting, that 90 days suspension and without pay, and that's going to be a good thing. Maybe Drew McIntyre would win. I want to say my prediction is Drew McIntyre. I want Drew McIntyre. If they are not introducing anyone or something, if they are doing triple threat, I'm into that. If you're not, I'm first into that. I mean, I want triple threat match if they are doing that in Hell in a Cell, not in a Hell in a Cell pattern match, in a Hell in a Cell pay per view. But if second option would be Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley again. Kofi Kingston versus Lashley, I smell that would happen, because that underdog stuff would be going for Kofi Kingston very well, and fans are getting back with him actually again. So I don't know the point, because if I don't want Lashley losing at Hell in a Cell uh, to Kofi Kingston. I mean, what's the next will be then for Kofi Kingston? I don't know. I mean, he was such a mid-card guy after that Kofi Mania, and suddenly he comes to the WWE title picture. I mean, the booking as well was not kind of very good, I would say. We have seen before as well this type of thing. We have seen this stuff with Kofi Mania, Kofi Kingston as well. So I would say. Uh, Triple threat match between Drew McIntyre, Kofi Kingston, and Lashley. Just make it a kind of a bad finish, because I want to see that if they are kind of doing it, that would be a great thing, because we have one side we have then a very very greatest underdog, and we have Drew McIntyre, who is still chasing the WWE Championship, who's still not fed up with all the loss that he had got, and we have Lashley, who's the kind of a dominant champion, and that would be a great match, I think so. That underdog stuff would be very well played out in triple threat match. So my prediction is that if they are doing, I mean, maybe this is the only thing that they are doing. And I also read that WWE has not finalized what the match card would be at Hell in a Cell. That's a pretty normal stuff, because it's always like that, because there's something or the other. One week before they decide. So that's it. And my predictions for now is that I want a triple threat match. I don't want to see another singles match between Lashley and McIntyre. So this was a show. You can watch this. I would not say as a main event. I would say main event was not good. It was average, not like the SmackDown one. And the show itself was pretty good show, fun show, entertaining show, whatever you're gonna call that. So the rematch machine is not stopping, and I want to see it over, and I want to see US Championship having some worthy contenders. some good storylines and all, make it some promos and all. Just like I said in the review, that's kind of I want. And while the women's championship picture, Raw Women's Championship picture is clear now. Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley is gonna happen. I don't know how they're gonna build. Maybe they should build nicely. If they have finally decided to do this, they should build nicely. They should try to top it off last WrestleMania that they did, because last WrestleMania they didn't have fans or something, so they don't they wanted to do again. That's why they changed it, I think so. So that's it, man. This be sure to check out my other reviews, my documentary reviews as well on A&E, Dark Side of the Ring. I have all the things in my YouTube channel. You can rest assured about all the wrestling content you want. So this was a show. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Be sure to kindly like, because that helps it with my YouTube algorithms. So be safe, stay energetic, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.